On November 9th, the trade ministers of the 27 EU member states met in a video conference as part of the German EU Council Presidency. The agenda included trade relations between the EU and the USA and China. The EU Trade Commissioner and Executive Vice President of the European Commission, Valdis Dombrovskis, also took part in the virtual meeting chaired by the Federal Minister for Economic Affairs and Energy, Peter Altmaier. The video conference replaced the meeting of the Foreign Affairs Council for Trade, which could not physically take place in Brussels due to the pandemic. Federal Minister of Economics Peter Altmaier said, "We are all under the impression of the COVID-19 pandemic. This also applies to international trade, but the crisis teaches us very clearly we need more trade and open markets, not less. That is why we have to improve legal certainty in international trade, especially for medium-sized companies. This includes a strong, reformed World Trade Organization as well as modern free trade and investment protection agreements. In our discussions today, we will therefore exchange views on the future of the WTO in particular. And of course, in the light of the US elections, we will discuss the EU's trade relations with the US. Current issues of European trade policy were discussed during the meeting. The following items were on the agenda. Structuring of EU-US trade relations, especially in the light of the US elections on November 3rd, with the aim of continuing to achieve a positive trade agenda with the US. The EU Commission reported again on the status of the protective measures for steel imports, which will expire in 2021. Future orientation of European trade policy in order to be able to react to the multitude of new global challenges and to lead Europe out of the COVID-19 crisis. A special focus was on the reform of the WTO. Discussion on the state of the EU's trade relations with China, in particular with regard to the EU-China investment agreement. The focus here was on achieving a level playing field. The word you probably heard a lot in the recent years. Under miscellaneous, there was a report by the Council Chairman on the successes of the German EU Council Presidency in the trade sector, including the completion of the revision of the dual-use regulation, the revision of the enforcement regulation, and the extension of the regulation on special trade measures for those involved in the stabilization and association process participating states of the Western Balkans. And if you now want to know more about European or global politics, YouTube has chosen another of my videos right here for you in the end screen, right next to your chance to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Click and enjoy. Viel Spaß!